Hi everyone, and it's Friday. That can only mean one thing. It is time for the Agora tank assembly. Now, as you can see, first things first, you don't get a magazine with Agora because you get this lovely PDF. As you can see, this is the Lepard 286 main battle tank, and then it just goes into pack 1 and the build instructions. Okay guys, so the first thing what we need to do in this is we've got these two parts here. As you can see, a fluorescent bit and you've got a green bit here. Basically all it wants us to do is just literally slot that over there like that, and that's all it wants you to do in that stage. Okay guys, so now we're on stage 2 of this lovely fantastic tank brought to you by Agora. So what we're going to need to do in this issue is we need to get this section here that we got in issue number 1. And as you can see, we're going to be attaching this lovely part here, which is over to basically stage 2. And as you can see, this part here has a screw end, whereas that part there doesn't. So what we're going to do very carefully, we need to thread this on, making sure you don't miss any threads. And as you can see, OMG, that is absolutely, that went on really nice. I mean, look how heavy that is. Just by putting that on makes that so heavy. I mean, this is ginormous, isn't it? I mean, wow, this is so cool. The next part, what we're going to do is we're going to get this part here. We've got this clear through section here, which is got 2 screw holes in at the edge. And as you can see, you've got 2 pins going there and there. And as you can see, we're going to pop that in, and hopefully by the power of magic, you'll feel that click into place. You might need to grip it at each end, but as you can see, you can near enough see that that clips in. You might need to give it a gentle nudge, and that goes into there like so. So once we've done that, the next part what we need to do is we need to bring in this beauty. What we're going to do is we need to have it so that we've got this back panel here, and what you're going to see is 4 different peg holes here. What we're going to do, we're going to line it up, and that's going to secure onto there like so. We're then going to get some CP screws. As you can see, we've got 4 screw holes there. We're going to screw that all the way down as best we can. So I'm going to tilt that to the side here, and as you can see, that's really going in rather lovely. And as you can see, that's that part there. We're going to duplicate that now 4 times. Okay, so as you can see, we've now assembled that, and that looks really lovely. Okay, so the next part, what we're now going to do, we've now got this see-through panel. As you can see here, it's got some erected parts here. So as you can see, these will be using the part that has these nodule bits at the end, and then obviously underneath you don't have that. So what you're going to do, basically, you've got these slots around the edge here, and as you can see, you've got some slots coming through here. Basically what we need to do, we need to marry the slots up, and basically it will sit lovely and jubbly. Very cleverly designed here, because the hole there goes over that screw hole, and then you put the slot through this little hole here. So as you can see, we're going to pop that through there like so. As you can see, that goes in absolutely gorgeous. There's no need to put any glue or anything, and as you can see, you've got some fluorescent or clear through transparent panels through there. Okay guys, so as you can see, we've got this part now, and it doesn't have this spring in it. What we need to do is take this off, because the next part is we're going to feed it up through this little hole here. As you can see, that goes into there quite nicely. We're then going to pop this spring over the top of that, and we're going to create a suspension, because what's going to happen is we're going to screw this DP screw onto there, all the way down, lovely jubbly like so, until you feel that bite. And as you can see, if we turn it upside down, that can go like that. So it alleviates and goes up like this. Okay guys, so now this is stage number 3, and this is the pure beauty of this build, is this is all die cast. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. Can't wait to get this in. And the next thing what we need to do is, as you can see, we've got this circle hole here, and then we've got this sort of other circle but with some sides to it. That's going to be the side that we're actually using, so I'm going to pop that down there like so. Okay, so as you can see, as I was saying, what we need to do now is we need to feed this hinge up through here. So if you turn it around anti-clockwise, we need to put it up so that it's sort of, you've got the 3 holes which will mimic into these 3, and then you'll have the post which comes up like that. So as you can see, that goes in like that. And then what we need to do, guys, is once we've done that, we need to secure it in. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 holes here, and they're gonna go in with CP screws. So we're gonna get our CP screws here today, and we'll get them all screwed in. So already this is really, really enjoyable. I think the reason why this is enjoyable is because there's so many car builds out, and it's just so, it's something different. You know, I've always wanted to do a tank. When I wanted to do the Harshette one, the Tiger tank, which came out many, many years ago. That's a very nice fit, by the way. Okay, and then what we're gonna do, I don't wanna, you know, put it down. I like to pick it up when I'm screwing it in because I don't want it scratched. Okay, so there we go. That clicking is just letting me know that I've, you know, turned it as much full capacity as I can. We're gonna turn that round. We're gonna pop this part into there. As you can see, that goes in all the way, lovely, jubbly. And that goes in absolutely brilliant. And then we'll just pop in the last screw, which is coming down onto this one here. Okay guys, and as you can see, if we just turn that up, how cool does this look? Look at that, how cool is that? So I don't know if there's going to be something under here, because as you can see, when you press that, when you push this up, it does tend to go. The reason why that's doing that is because it needs to go up. It does go up, but as you can see, I'm going to be playing with that all night. It's so cool. So cool. So that's that part. The next part, what we need to do is we're going to get to the next section here now. And what we need to do is we need to put it into here. Okay guys, so as you can see, the next part, what we need to do is we need to get this lovely piece here. As you can see, it's got like a little end section on it, which is really, really cool. And what we need to do is we need to feed this up. And as you can see, that will slot into there like that. Next, what we're going to do, we're going to grab an AP screw. So we'll get the AP screws here, which is this one here. As you can see, we're going to put 1 screw just through that little hole there. Okay, so obviously the way I do my tank builds is I do it in 1 pack, and then I break them down into chapter sections. Okay, and then we're just going to secure that AP screw all the way through there, just till it goes all the way. And as you can see guys, if we turn that over now, you can see that that looks pretty cool. We've got like a little hatch. Oh yay. That looks so cool. Oh wow. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we've got 3 holes as you can see. We're going to top that onto there like that. And then after we've done that, we'll pop that there into there. Turn it upside down because we've got 3 holes coming under here. We're going to put them in with BP screws. Pop that into there like that. And then last one going into the 3rd hole there, which looks really, really cool. Okay, so that one's going to go down there and screw all the way like that. And as you can see, we've now got this one here which goes up and down like that. Really, really cool. And then obviously this one. Hello. Really cool. This is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Really, really like this. So then the next part, what we need to do guys, is as you can see, this fluorescent part that we used in issue 1, what we need to do, we need to feed that up, because this part here, I'm going to turn that around the other way now, and it's going to feed through there like that. Okay, so this part here goes through that part there. It's quite a snug fit, so obviously once it's down and vice versa, but it's more probably easier to put that in than put this part in over the top. Okay, so in this section what we've got is we then have these tracks. Now as you can see, these are all die cast and I can't wait to get them here. You will need a hammer here for this section, and as you can see we've got 3 of these. So 1, 2 and 3, and then you've got the pins, you've got the little connectors, and then you've got the edges that go in there. So first things first, we need to pick up one of these, and it looks like what we do is you've got like a little circle section on there. It looks like it just slots into there like that. Then what we need to do is, once we've done that, we need to get another one of these, which is then going to apparently sit alongside that one like that. So it will sit somewhere like that, and then we have to put one of these pins through the end of here, so like that, through the end of these 2 holes, and apparently this is where you've got to get them lined up, because if they're not lined up, they're not going to go all the way through. As you can see at the end, you've got these 2 small holes here. What's going to happen to that, you're going to get one of these, which is the connector parts. And as you can see, it's got like a little hole on it as well. And as you can see, what will happen is you want it so that the circle part is facing down, but as you can see, that will go onto there like that. Okay, so once you've got it like that, just give it a little tap like that. And as you can see, that goes on there really, really nice. So as you can see, you could give it a little more tap if you want. And as you can see, that's gone on there perfect. So then what we need to do, we need to do the same again and put a little connector into the actual place again. So circle part, then we get a pin through the back of here. This is very nice, I have to say, it's gorgeous. And then hopefully that goes through like that, as you can see. Then we get one of these pins. I have to say, I've never worked with a hammer on a build, so it's quite nice feeling there. So we'll pop that onto there, that can go onto there, go like that. And as you can see, that one there is on as well. So as you can see, that is that. We've then got to do the same here, so we go on to this for like several pieces. As you can see, we've got another section like this, which looks really, really, really cool. As you can see, that is our first set of the tracks done. So obviously this part here will be used, I suspect, later down the line, because we've not actually had another one to put in, because as you can see, we've only done 1, 2 and 3 at the moment. So as you can see, that looks really, really good. Okay, so moving on. So what we're going to do in this step, guys, as you can see, we've got our lovely little handle there. You're going to need yourself a pack of FP screws. Very similar, again, to what we did in the last thing, which was this section just here. We're just going to put a little handle on it. And obviously always test, because it is directional, so it only goes the one way. And as you can see, it's a much better fit like that. So let's get some FP screws. And we'll do the same procedure that we did before, into that section like so, all the way down. And once you've got it halfway, then you know it's definitely going to grip it. Okay, so like that, lovely jubbly. So now what we're going to do is duplicate it like that on the other side, and we'll just screw that in. So there we go, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Looks a little bit lopsided, but we'll see if that's the case later down the line. So now what we're going to do, guys, we're going to turn that over. As you can see, you've got 3 holes there, because the next part, what we need to do, as you can see, we've got hinges here. Now, if you look very carefully, one says R, and then one says L. Okay guys, so once we've done that, as you can see, we're going to put the L one there. As you can see, this one is R, so the next one, make sure that it's L. The L needs to face that section there, and that will slot into place just like so. Okay, so now what we're going to do is put the BP screws in. So we'll get some BP screws and we'll put that into there, which looks really, really snazzy. So as you can see, that's going to go right into there, which looks really, really good. And as you can see, that's what that part there looks like. So once we've done that, what we then need to do is we need to bring this over to the other side now, because what we now need to do is get the other one of these. As you can see, you've got that one there, which looks really, really cool. We're going to do the same thing. It's got like a little peg thing here. So what will happen is we'll screw that and put it into there like that. They're going to be secured in with FPs again. So we'll get our FP screws, which look really snazzy. So yeah, it's got like a little peg on it, so you can it roughly tells you where it's going. So if we just do that. Okay, so now what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to grab that section that we did on this one. And what's going to happen is we're going to get this part here, we're going to feed it over like that. And apparently it just sits, there's like these little grooves in here just there. And it's sort of, these bars sort of sit and run into it. So it's like, it's sort of it's like a, oh wow, that looks pretty cool. That's really cool. So that's how we do that part. We've then got these hinges, which are going to go over here and lock that into place. As you can see, that'll go into there. That'll go something like that, as you can see. And then they're going to go in with GP screws. And basically, they will lock over the top of it. So basically, it will lock it into place, which is quite good. Okay, so let's put that one down into there. That's that one, and then we'll put the other one into there as well. Now, at this stage, you might want to pick it up. It's entirely up to you. Okay, so that one's in, and then we're going to do the other side. Put that one into position as well. So we'll lock that into place with a GP screw, and then another GP screw, which will go down there into there like that. Okay, so as you can see, it's got some play in this now, because as you can see, it's going to be like that, and then it gets to go like that. How cool is that? Oh wow. And that is that section. Right, this is the fun part. I love working on this body bit. That's the best part of this. So what we're then going to do is, as you can see, you've got some holes going around the edge here. What we're going to do, we're going to marry this up so that this part here goes along there, and as you can see, you've got all that is going to click into place, and it will slot into there, something like that. Let's move it up a bit. Oh wow, how cool is that? Oh, that's super cool. Okay guys, so what we're going to do now, we've got two screw holes which we're going to put through that one and that one there. So let's get that screwed in. And as you can see, that goes in really, really quite nice. I've just shunted the screwdriver a bit forward because we've just got a little bit of room to get that in, because it bashes on there. So what we'll do is we'll get the other one in now. We'll screw that up, lovely like so. And we'll screw that there, all the way down, lovely jubbly. Until you feel that grip. So as you can see, that's on there like that now, and you've got like these little handles, it's so cute. Okay, so once we've done that, we're now going to move on to the next side, and that's where this part here comes in. So basically what we need to do on this part is we're basically going to be popping them, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screw holes there, and this is the right side, and that's going to fit along there like so. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to get our EP screws. So we'll get some EP screws, put that one into there. I think this is the satisfaction, you know, you're building it, you know, it's not just like, oh, you bought a model off the shelf. You are building your own model, and, you know, you get to see how it's all put together and Because as a kid, I used to always, I don't know about you guys, but I would take, you know, like a ball game, not a ball game, like a toy or something. I would take it apart to see how it works. I've always been fascinated with how things work. So I'm going to attach 2 more just either side of here. As you can see, I've got a new blue mat because I do like the grey one, but it wasn't really. I kept getting white balance regardless, so this blue one seems to be a lot better. This will be upgraded to an A2 size later on, because I do like my A2s, but I can't. There's not one available at the moment, so. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. That is, I'll tell you what, that is stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. It's really, really nice. Okay, so in this section what we've got is we then have these tracks. Now, as you can see, these are all die cast and I can't wait to get them in here. You will need a hammer here for this section, and as you can see, we've got 3 of these. So 1, 2, and 3, and then you've got the pins, you've got the little connectors, and then you've got the edges that go in there. So first things first, we need to pick up one of these, and it looks like what we do is you've got like a little circle section on there. It looks like it just slots into there like that. Then what we need to do is, once we've done that, we need to get another one of these, which is then going to apparently sit alongside that one like that. So it will sit somewhere like that, and then we have to put one of these pins through the end of here, so like that, through the end of these 2 holes, and apparently this is where you've got to get them lined up, because if they're not lined up, they're not going to go all the way through. As you can see at the end, you've got these 2 small holes here. What's going to happen to that, you're going to get one of these, which is the connector parts. And as you can see, it's got like a little hole on it as well. And as you can see, what will happen is, you want it so that the circle part is facing down, but as you can see, that will go onto there like that. Okay, so once you've got it like that, just give it a little tap like that. And as you can see, that goes on there really, really nice. So as you can see, you could give it a little more tap if you want. And as you can see, that's gone on there perfect. So then what we need to do, we need to do the same again and put a little connector into the actual place again. So circle part, then we get a pin through the back of here. This is very nice, I have to say, it's gorgeous. And then hopefully that goes through like that, as you can see. Then we get one of these pins. I have to say, I've never worked with a hammer on a build, so it's quite nice feeling there. So we'll pop that onto there, that can go onto there, go like that. And as you can see, that one there is on as well. So as you can see, that is that. Okay guys, so then we come up to this part here, which is quite bizarrely, there's a screw here with a washer on it. I'm not entirely sure what that part there is for at this precise moment in time. The next part, what we need to do is we need to do the same what we did before. Okay, it's got little teeth marks on there so you know which way you're putting it. Okay, so they go in with FP screws. So there we go, and we'll just put the other FP just along there. That's like that. So that's like that. Okay, so once we've done that, what we then need to do, same procedure as last time, we need to put the bracket onto there, and then they're going in with BP screws. So just secure that BP in there, all the way down, lovely, jubbly, like so. Like that. And then we'll do the next one. Again, same sort of situation, screwing that in all the way down. There we go, lovely. Is get the other one of these, as you can see, you've got that one there, which looks really, really cool. we're going to do the same thing. It's got like a little peg thing here. So what will happen is we'll screw that and put it into there like that. They're going to be secured in with FPs again. So we'll get our FP screws, which look really snazzy. So yeah, it's got like a little peg on it. So you can it roughly tells you where it's going. So if we just do that, and what we're going to do is we're then going to attach it like we did before over there like that, and then we're going to attach a couple of brackets onto there, and they go in with GP screws. Yeah, England done a good match, didn't they? I think they've said that it's the furthest they've ever got, so really, really good on that. So that's GP. Just pop that into there like so. Like that. And this is the thing, like you start off with all these, you know, all these parts everywhere, and then you assemble it, and each piece is, as I've said before, it is so satisfying seeing each piece go onto that tank. So again, what we're going to do, similar again, we're going to turn this over, as you can see, same scenario, and we're going to pop that into there like that, and it should, once you hear that click, it means it's gone in. Okay, so once that's done like that, we're then going to go back to our BP screws. So we'll pop that into there. As you can see, that goes in really, really gorgeous. See, this part's difficult because now we've put this panel in, we haven't got that where this screwdriver can sit the other side of that. So you sort of have to screw it in at an angle. So once we've done that, guys, the next part, what we need to do is, as you can see, this is really building up now. So once we've done that, we now come to the back of the tank. And what we need to do next is flip this over. And as you can see, what we've got is this back panel. Now you can see you've got 3 different pegs here, which will align on the 3 pegs that are here. And that's going to slip over and go onto that. So it's not actually going on these larger posts. They go on the 3 middle ones. That will slip over there like that. Job done. And then they're going to go in with BM screws. So we're just going to put 3 BM screws in there like so. And put that down. Should really use a cloth, but you know, this is a tank, guys, so it doesn't matter if it gets all, you know, grubby and all that, you know, like a little bit marked or something, because, you know, it's a tank, so it's gonna get grubby. So that's that one. That clicking noise is just telling me that I've gone to the full capacity of the turn there. As you can see, this gives me sort of like I'm getting sort of like a submarine vibe here. So we'll screw that into there like that. Lovely jubbly. So that's that. I'm very curious to see if something's going to push against that to open that up. But as you can see, that's the end of the tank now. So it's sort of like it's gone thin, fat, up to the point here. Now, obviously something's going to be turning this with the gun on it as well. So once we've done that, okay, so in this section what we've got is we then have these tracks. Now, as you can see, these are all die cast and I can't wait to get them in here. You will need a hammer here for this section, and as you can see, we've got 3 of these. So 1, 2, and 3, and then you've got the pins, you've got the little connectors, and then you've got the edges that go in there. So first things first, we need to pick up one of these, and it looks like what we do is you've got like a little circle section on there. It looks like it just slots into there like that. Then what we need to do is, once we've done that, we need to get another one of these, which is then going to apparently sit alongside that one like that. So it will sit somewhere like that, and then we have to put one of these pins through the end of here, so like that, through the end of these 2 holes, and apparently this is where you've got to get them lined up, because if they're not lined up, they're not going to go all the way through. As you can see at the end, you've got these two small holes here. What's going to happen to that, you're going to get one of these, which is the connector parts. And as you can see, it's got like a little hole on it as well. And as you can see, what will happen is you want it so that the circle part is facing down, but as you can see, that will go onto there like that. Okay, so once you've got it like that, just give it a little tap like that. And as you can see, that goes on there really, really nice. So as you can see, you could give it a little more tap if you want. And as you can see, that's gone on there perfect. So then what we need to do, we need to do the same again and put a little connector into the actual place again. So circle part, then we get a pin through the back of here. This is very nice, I have to say, it's gorgeous. And then hopefully that goes through like that, as you can see. Then we get one of these pins. I have to say, I've never worked with a hammer on a build, so it's quite nice feeling there. So we'll pop that onto there, that can go onto there, go like that. And as you can see, that one there is on as well. So as you can see, that is that. Okay, so now what we do, guys, is we come to the 3 tracks. So obviously we've got one here, we've got one there, and we've got one here. Now what we need to do is we need to join all these up. So basically we'll have one there. So we've got to put a little pin in. Tell you what, this is lovely. So we've got to put a little pin. I'll do this back one first because that first pin didn't like that. So we'll pop that into there like that, and then we have to put a pin through here. I do love this part because with part work building, you always use a variety of different tools, so it's always very good. And then obviously line that all the way up till the pin goes through the other end like that. And then what we'll do is we'll pop that little bracket on at the edge. Let me do that, a little bit of a bang. Once I get it on a smidge, so you can see that gap there, I then bang. And then I bang it on like that. Oh, this feels like a centipede or a caterpillar, you know? Oh, it's so heavy, wow. Oh, I like that. That's gorgeous. That's so cool. So now what we do is we put this part on here, give it a lovely little tap. Now, as you can see, I got this off Amazon. Anything with, I don't know if you can see that, it says Silverline. Absolute brilliant quality. I have spanners, tools, all in this make, and they're brilliant pieces of kit. I bought this, which is technically a pin hammer, but I just don't want anything too big or, you know, just something that does the job. So as you can see, that, look at that. Oh wow, it's so heavy. It's so cool. So yeah. So you've got one side that's got all these nodule bits, and then underneath you've got this lovely track bed. So that's really cool. And obviously as it goes round, it will be, you know, going like that, and oh wow. So guys, that is that part there, and that brings us to the end of this wonderful series of that. We have actually got a spare of this, so I think they provide a spare just in case, or it may be used for next time. But overall, that has been the tank, as you can see. So we've done 3 lots of track, and we've got this like that. So let's just take a moment to admire this. I mean, look at this detail on this. So you've actually got this part here which goes up and down like that. You've got this part here which, if we do that, it will come up like that. And then obviously these parts here, we've fitted that, and that looks really cool. So yeah, it's really starting to take shape. Obviously this part here will be replaced. And then obviously we've done the track bed, so it looks really good. So I hope you like that video. Please remember to like and subscribe. And obviously we've done that part there, which is the, if I take this away a minute, let's put that there, that is the gun itself. So as you can see, really, really good. So Agora will be back in a month's time for the next consignment, but that is it. Hope you like that video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.